Good evening, everybody. It is 6:32 on January 8th, and this is the January 2025 meeting of the Norwalk Fair Rent Commission. And we call this meeting to order. Quickly, I'll list off the commissioners who are here. We have Commissioner Nalini Constant. We have Commissioner Jody May Weldon, Commissioner Hanson Guest, and Commissioner Sonia Oliver. We also have our staff, Carlos Duque and Attorney Russell Liskoff. And this is our first meeting of 2025, so Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome 2025. We also have Peter Halliday joining by phone. And Peter, I don't think he can speak right now. Can we let him in to speak, please, Carlos?
Yes.
There he is. Hi, Commissioner Halliday. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through the agenda. Carlos just sent out an updated meeting packet, so I hopefully have the right one up.
Hello, this is Commissioner Halliday.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, okay, we're here.
We got you.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll first go through the minutes of the December meeting. Did anyone have any corrections to make with respect to page 1? Any changes with respect to page 2? Any changes with respect to page 3? There's just one change I'm noting is there should be a space between Commissioner and Halliday here. It's minor, but it's not one word. Any changes on page 4? And anything on page 5? I think we're all good there. All right, then I'll take a motion.
Make a motion to pass the minutes as read.
Second.
Corrections.
I have a motion from Sonia Oliver. Johnny May, was that you with the second?
Yes.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, great. We will go on to the next item on our agenda, which I believe is the chair's report. I have some unfortunate news to announce. I learned today that Commissioner Samuel Pride, who has served on this commission for several years now, passed away this week.
Oh no.
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he. Many of you on the commission know him better than I do, but I knew him just through this commission. But I was always very aware of just his steadfastness, his loyalty to the city of Norwalk, his commitment to serving civically. He, in addition to serving on the Fair Rent Commission, I believe he was also a selectman and served in other roles, I think in District C, was just a great person in the community, very dedicated to Norwalk, and his commitment to Norwalk should be remembered. I don't know any more details right now about the circumstances, but needless to say, I think that a moment of recognition is in order for the time that he served on this commission. So,
For sure.
thank you.
Well, I'm just going to step in and say that we discussed it in our District C meeting, and his name came up again. And I guess everybody's feeling the way they feel about him. Brenda's not here; she's out of town. So I'm hoping that when she returns, we can get more information to know what ceremony they're going to have from him, or whatever's going to be done for him. I
Yeah,
know his mom is in a nursing home and he has children, but I think his children, are in New York. So when Brenda comes home, I'm sure Brenda can give us a little more feedback than what we all know.
Yeah, and Carlos, I think it would be nice if the commission could do something for the family or for in his memory. So we can talk separately about that. But he served on this commission a long time and was a really valuable member of the commission. So I always appreciated his input and his thoughts. So
Really very fine gentleman. And that's really,
agreed.
really just nice guy.
I don't have anything else to report, unfortunately. I hope everybody had a great holiday break. I appreciate everybody's flexibility in being prepared to attend the hearing tonight, and then hearing that being able to be flexible to flip it to Zoom when it turned out we had no need for a hearing. I appreciate Carlos and Russell for, I know coming right back from the holiday and preparing for a hearing was probably difficult. So I appreciate the work that you guys put in to do that, and then also to make sure that we were able to get to a conclusion without having a hearing. So thank you all for your hard work on that. And I will turn it over to Carlos for his report.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Last month, I brought up that I was heading up to Hartford December 19 for a statewide fair rent commission coalition meeting, where we had the pleasure of meeting and hearing from the Connecticut Department of Housing Commissioner Sheila Mosquera Bruno, where she spoke about this new partnership that we are all forming to try to assist statewide residents with rent issues. So she vouched to provide some funding for different programs and to provide a partnership with the state and the different fair rent commissions of the state. And also the executive director for Partnership for Strong Communities did a presentation where they're also getting involved with this coalition. And hopefully we could make some changes when the housing committee meets, and we could assist more residents throughout that are struggling in the state of Connecticut. We will be meeting again, the Fair Rent Commission staff for the different commissions in the state of Connecticut. We're meeting at the end of this month. I believe is in New Haven or Hamden. We're gonna meet. We're gonna have a regular quarterly meeting where we're gonna, bounce ideas again. I'm part of the coalition subcommittee, and we're working on the document that I mentioned last month, providing a mission statement. And hopefully this will be the document that will be used by all the commissions in the state of Connecticut. With regards to my everyday activities, very busy. A lot of residents coming in. Obviously, heating and hot water has been a topic on the table recently. So I keep telling landlords and tenants, you need to bring those issues up to your landlord. And also, if they're not doing anything and it's after working hours, call the police, call 911. If it's within office hours, then reach out to myself or reach out to the health department. I'm still surprised tenants go days without having heat or hot water, and it isn't until they get a notice of an eviction or a notice to quit where they bring up the fact that they have been without hot water or heat for a few days. Tell them the moment that you don't have heat or hot water, you have to bring those issues up to light, especially if there's children in the house. So I keep stressing that point to the community. You have to speak up. You have to bring it up. You have to reach out to someone, whether it's myself, whether it's the health department, somebody, one of the local organizations. My number, my information is out there for everybody to find and reach out and ask for help. Same thing with evictions. A lot of people get a notice to quit. They come into my office and tell me, it's telling me that I have 3 days to move out. So all my items are going to be packed. No, that's not how the process works. This is how the process works. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So
Mhm.
the word eviction and a notice to quit gets a lot of people scared. But once they come in and they know that they have a few weeks to get things straight and that they will be able to respond to this complaint, then they are at ease a little bit more about the process, and at least they know they don't have to move out in a matter of 3 days.
Carlos, I have just a slight question. It's a little off the record. I have a friend who's been without heat in her apartment for several days. Wouldn't that cause the pipes to bust if there's no heat? No, hot water and stuff?
Well, it
No?
depends. I don't know what type of dwelling this is. I don't know if this is a home, this is a multi-unit building. It all depends.
Okay, I think it's the most. She's in the UB area, so it's probably a multi-dwelling. Because I guess they're all students, but no heat. They've been without heat for 4 days.
Yeah, sometimes they do have heat, but it's not very strong, or there's a lot of draft that comes in through windows and doors. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, there's properties where they actually do have heat, but it's not very strong. And because there's a lot of draft coming in through doors and windows, the apartment still feels cold.
Yep.
So the guideline is 65 degrees.
But she said there's no heat, there's no hot water.
Oh,
So
there's no hot water,
that's a
then
problem.
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
is a
saying. That's a
problem.
problem. And
Yes.
all the tenants in the building are sick now. It's
They
an
need to reach
Asian.
out to the health department. They need to reach out to myself, or they can
Okay,
call the police.
right. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I said, "You still without heat?" She said, "No, we have no heat, no hot water." What?
2 weeks ago, there was a few units in a big property here in Norwalk that they were without heat, and they called the police and they were relocated that same night to a hotel for at least 1 or 2 nights.
Okay. Okay. All right. I feel so bad for her. I can't. I mean, it's brutal outside, cold.
It
So
is.
my thing is, if there's no heat or hot water, then it's gonna bust pipes. So he's in worse predicament now than he was. Why would you have your tenants in a situation where you can bust the pipes and now you're really in trouble? I don't know.
But residents they gotta ask for help. They gotta reach out.
Right.
They gotta reach out to the city.
Okay.
It's crazy because we're owners, and we get people in here all the time that sit and don't say that their heat is out.
I can't believe it. Are you
Yep.
kidding me? There's no way. Because anytime you don't have heat, it's colder inside than it is outside.
Yep. But these people will not say a word.
Oh,
And then finally we get somebody that, does finally speak up and say, hey, have you guys gotten any complaints of no heat in this building? Because I haven't had heat for 2 days. Well, why did it take you 2 days to complain? And second of all, no, because everybody else in your building is crazy like you.
oh my God.
They have to speak up. I mean, they have to do a better job of not being afraid to speak up and not be afraid that they're gonna be retaliated against.
I don't even know if it's that, Carlos, because like I said, we own. So there's no retaliation for these people to get other than they get their heat fixed. And they don't say anything. They don't say one word. We had 2 buildings out and only one person in one building complaining. So
Wow.
it's just something just needs to click in their heads that you're entitled to heat.
Yeah.
There's no extra points awarded for difficulty.
And that's all I have for the coordinator's report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. We will go on to the next item on the agenda, which is the review, discussion, and motions on open cases, and I will turn it over to Attorney Liskov, and I'll make everybody dizzy by scrolling down to the open cases.
As I say, Carlos is very busy. We get a lot of telephone calls, lots of messages, lots of interesting things coming in over the line. Some are unique, some are pretty easy, but there's definitely a variety. Let me go through the first case. This was 1831 I'm missing it, dash 23 8 Union Avenue. The landlord wants to go from $959 to $1,300 or $1,400 a month. This is the one that was going to be out for a hearing tonight. Lots of telephone calls, lots of notices, lots of questions, lots of work put in on it. The two sides have an agreement. They have to reduce it to writing, but they're going to reduce it to writing. And so we recommend that you take no action this month. They asked for it to be put on for February's calendar just in case they didn't get their written statement down. I said to them, I can't tell you for sure that you'll get a hearing. And they said, we don't think we'll have a hearing. But I said, it'll still be on the calendar for next month. It'll either be on, hopefully, to take some action or to withdraw the case. But I think they're going to get their act together. So I recommend that you vote to take no action this month. And this matter should go away. It's our oldest case, and it looks like it's finally at its end.
Sonia Oliver, motion for no action.
Second.
That was the second from Commissioner Halliday. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? For the record, I did say that Commissioner Guest did say aye. He was on mute, so we couldn't hear him, but I saw him visibly say it. So, thank you. The motion passes. We'll go on to the next case.
The next case is 1839-23, 6 Elm Street, first floor. The landlord wants to increase the rent from $1,000 a month to $1,900 a month. We've been going through. If you could scroll down for me a little bit more, Mr. Church. We've spoken to Attorney Gottlieb. We've sent emails out to Attorney Gottlieb. This is the one with the lease. Carlos, this is the one where they've actually started they have an eviction going, Carlos?
No, not yet. Not on this one.
Oh, okay. So the Attorney Gottlieb has promised to call me on no less than 6 different occasions. We've actually spoken to each other, and every time he's either running to court or he has a health issue or something is going on. I think the tenant is getting ready to move out in this matter, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna give him one more month. We had the holidays. So if he doesn't get back to me at the end of the month, then we'll set him down for a hearing. But I ask you to take no action this month on this matter. We're really,
no action.
I don't know why he's doing this. I know he's busy. Oh, and he left his old firm and he's with a new firm, and there's probably 8 different reasons why, but that's the best I could do this month is to vote to take no action.
Motion for no action.
Second.
That's a second from Commissioner Constant. Any discussion?
I had a discussion on it. I just want to know, he went from 1,000 to 19?
That's what they're asking. You can ask what you want to ask for, right? Doesn't mean you're
Right.
gonna get it.
Right, but that's what he wanted. He wanted a $900 increase.
Right.
Okay. My God. Oh my God. All right, go on. Sonia, you did it, and then we had a second, correct? Okay.
Okay, we have a second. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes unanimously.
The next matter is 1851-24, 53-55 Woodward Avenue, apartment C. Landlord wants it from $885 a month to $985 a month. We've been doing a lot of talking, but it's not really getting anywhere. This matter is scheduled to be your hearing in February. I don't know how long it will take, and we will try to continue to work it so we can resolve it before the hearing, but we're not. I'm trying. So we'll take no action this month, and we'll see as time draws nigh if they can come to an agreement between the two of them. So actually, to take no action this month.
Hi, Johnny Weldon. No action.
I got Johnny
Second.
May on that one. And Peter Halliday with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Nope, passes unanimously.
All right, we have 1854. You scrolled just a little too far for me, Commissioner Church. The 1854 is 2400 Seaview Avenue, Unit 1I. Landlord wants to increase rent from $3,050 a month to $3,500 a month. The tenant has told everyone and done it in writing that they are going to be moving out by the 25th of the month. So they are vacating the property. The landlord has also commenced an eviction action for non-payment of rent. So something is going to happen here before we get together for February. So I would ask you to take no action on this matter, and hopefully next month we'll have a withdrawal and we can withdraw. But this month, vote to take no action.
Sonia Oliver, motion for no action.
Johnny Weldon, second.
Yeah, Sonia and Johnny May. And just for the record, it's 1852-24. I think you said 1854-24.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Make sure that the record is clear on that. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. Any abstentions? All right, great.
Next matter is 1854-24, 15 West Main Street, apartment D101. The landlord wants to increase the rate from $2,200 a month to $2,800 a month. They have a stipulated agreement signed in housing court for future rents or future to move out. So I would ask you to vote to close this case. There's nothing else for us to do.
Motion to close the case.
Second.
Motion from Commissioner Oliver, second from Commissioner Halliday. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? It's unanimous. I note for the record that at 6:55 p.m., Commissioner Weldon dropped from the call. We'll see if she joins back in here in a second, but in the meantime, we still have a quorum, so we're able to continue with the meeting.
The next matter is 1857-24, 289 Main Street, apartment 22. The landlord wants to increase the rent from $11.50 a month to $13.25 a month. They've reached a settlement. There's a new lease been mailed out. The complaint has been withdrawn. So I recommend that you vote to close the case.
Motion to close the case.
Second.
Motion from Commissioner Oliver, second from Commissioner Halliday. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And I know for the record that Commissioner Weldon has rejoined the call at 6:56. It just changed, so at least by my clock. Okay, we've approved closing that case. Great. And next
One
one.
more. The 1859-24, 554 Connecticut Avenue, apartment 213. The landlord wants to increase rent from $21.50 a month to $26.28. In this matter, they have entered into a new lease. It's been signed. We've seen it. We've sent the withdrawal out, the complaint withdrawal out to the tenant back in November 19th of 2024. We asked them to sign it and send it back to us. They have not sent it back to us. I can't make them send it back to us, but I'm confident the case is completed. So I would ask you to vote to close the case.
Motion to close the case.
We need a
Second.
second. Thank you,
Second.
Peter. All right, second from motion from Commissioner Oliver, second from Commissioner Halliday. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Weldon, Johnny May, can you unmute, please? Any opposed? Any abstentions? No and no. Just before we move on to new cases, Johnny May, Johnny May, can you hear us? Can you unmute and just confirm that we're good technologically? All right. I just want to make sure that she's able to be part of the meeting if she's on the meeting.
Okay, there you go. I'm back.
There we go. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. We can, Johnny May, I don't think I got your vote on the last one. Was it aye?
Aye, yes, I'm sorry, aye. That's when I
Excellent.
got lost. I don't know what happened.
All good.
You
Thank
got an
you.
aye from me. Aye.
Excellent. All right. We will go on to new cases. Thank you.
We have one new case, 1860-24, 1 Glover Avenue, apartment 202. The landlord wants to increase the rent from $28.23 a month to $29.08 for a 2-bedroom apartment. The tenant is a Section 8 voucher holder. The tenant feels this is excessive. The complaint was filed. It falls within the bailiwick of the commission, so I would recommend that you vote to hear the case.
Motion to hear the case.
Johnny Weldon, second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All right. All in favor of hearing the case?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Nope. And I think that covers it for new cases.
Thank you. We're getting there. We're moving them all along. Carlos is very diligent. I'm happy to give him all the help I can give him. I think he's doing a great job, though. He's really on top of everything.
Well, I'm
Thank
Johnny
you.
Weldon. I just want to thank you both. I think you both are doing a very great job.
Yeah.
I
Thank
thank
you.
you both.
Thank you.
And with that, we move on to new business. I don't have anything on the agenda for new business. Does anyone have any new business to discuss?
I don't have new business, but I just want to make a comment that usually residents come to me and come to us for assistance. We do our best to help them out. And it's not until we reach an agreement or the case is settled that they completely sometimes cut all communication with us. So even though we send them the complaint withdrawal, I feel like that's one of the hardest parts of the job because I feel like a salesman, like I'm reaching out, hey, can you send it to me? Can you forward it? Can you send it back? And to be in all honesty, some of them just once they get what they want, they don't need us anymore. So a lot of the complaint withdrawals we don't get back.
I understand. I think it's still good to have it just to make sure that we're not having any additional outstanding questions or anything like that. So
Right.
good to make sure we
And I
document.
know that this is on the record, and I don't know if you might want me to type up kind of a letter at the end of it. Hey, I reached out on several occasions. Your case has been closed by the commission effective this date, just for the record. Or if the video and the YouTube and it's enough to just cover the commission.
I don't think it's necessary, Carlos, that you do it legally, but if you feel that you want to do it just to paper the file, there's nothing wrong with that.
And also, if we come to an agreement between two parties, and then we type up the agreement, and one of the two parties does not sign the agreement, whether it's the tenant or the landlord, how can the commission step in to force one or the other to sign?
They're abiding by the agreement, but it's unsigned, Carlos.
Yeah,
I don't think the commission can make them do it, but you know, unless they come back to us and say, hey, no, it's not, you know, we don't have an agreement. If they say they have an agreement, we got to take them at their word pretty much, right? They're adults. They get to tell us what to do. It certainly is better to have a completed file. I'm all for what Mr. Church is saying. You know, you want to have a full package tied up nice and neatly, but you know, sometimes you get those loose hangers. We haven't had any come back in all my time, so that's pretty good. You know, once those vampires are staked, they don't come back out of the grave.
Right.
I don't think we ran into any issues, but it was just a question that was raised recently.
You and I can talk about that procedurally. We'll figure out what to do.
And feel free to reach out to me as well. We can talk on the side. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Excellent. Well, then I will take a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So
I got
moved.
Sonia
Johnny
first,
Weldon, so moved.
second. All in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Aye,
Thank you
good
very
night.
much.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Rodney.
Stay warm, be cool.
Definite.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, Johnny May.
And
Have a good night, everyone.
night, Carlos.